Welcome to the Surrey Experience.
Hey, what's up? I know, dude. I know. I've been busy, alright? Listen, just because we don't talk for a couple months doesn't mean you're not my boy. Dude, why you being like that? Sorry, I'm just trying to talk to my Surrey Jack listeners. Anyways, welcome to the Surrey Experience, episode 46. A little fun fact, my email when I was in grade 8 was bindyOnCrack46 at hotmail.com. It was originally bindyOnCrack at hotmail.com, but I was such a stupid fucking kid that I forgot my password, and then I locked myself out of my account. So I had to make a new email, and I went with bindyOnCrack46 at hotmail.com. Now I have no idea why. I'd be like, what's up, girl? What's your email address? Mine's bindyOnCrack46 at hotmail.com. Hit me up. That's how we used to pick up chicks in my day. And for some reason, I thought chicks would be into that email address. I didn't know shit about girls growing up, if you couldn't tell. I learned all my shit about girls from my one buddy, right? He was the first guy to ever touch a girl's ass. So we thought he was like Hugh Hefner, right? And he was like, listen, if you guys want to pick up chicks, you got to stop being so nice to them. Girls like assholes. And my little 13-year-old brain couldn't process that. I was like, wait, what? They like assholes? Who the hell likes an asshole, And then I took his advice overboard. I started acting like too much of an asshole. Throwing their books on the ground and calling them names. My buddy was like, dude, what the fuck is the matter with you? You're not supposed to be that much of an asshole. Tone it down a bit. And I was like, dude, you told me to be an asshole. And he was like, yeah, but you got to be nonchalant about it. And right there, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. This shit's too confusing, man. I give up. Screw girls. I don't even want to talk to him anymore. I'm over this shit. And then my buddy was like, dude, that's it. That's the attitude. That's how you pick up chicks. Anyways, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But welcome to the Surrey Experience. How are things? I know it's been a while. I've been really, really busy these last few months. I guess I can talk about it now that we got the green light. So basically, a movie script I wrote a little while back, or a screenplay if you want to use a technical term. Anyways, my script got picked up, and after months and months of back and forth, we finally gotten the go-ahead. And my script that I wrote is actually going to turn into a movie, a major feature film. And I'm fucking ecstatic, man. This is a dream come true for me. It only took 10 years of rejection and humiliation and failure and anxiety and depression. But I finally got my movie deal. And I'm very excited about it. I wanted to tell you guys sooner, but I didn't want to jinx it. Because anytime I get excited about anything, God usually smacks me in the face. So I always wait till something's as close to 100% as possible before I announce it. But yeah, it's going to be big, man. We're going to put Surrey on the map with this shit. We got some big names lined up for the cast too, or bankable names, as they call it in the industry. I don't know, man. It's just been a really interesting experience so far. I've been meeting all these people in the film industry and the television industry. And honestly, I think I could bring some unique ideas to the table. Especially when it comes to television. Dude, it blows my mind. Blows my fucking mind that more brown girls aren't on TV. They were tailor-made for that shit. There should be way more Punjabi women on TV, Could you imagine, a reality show with brown girls? A Real Housewives style? That would be fucking gold, dude. People would lose their minds if they saw, brown girls in action like that. Could you imagine, dude? You get, 5 brown chicks with the cameras rolling. You mix in some alcohol. That shit would be magic, right? The main housewife should be the hot, slutty brown chick, That should be the main character. And she's coming off a divorce, right? And she took her husband for half his shit. Just to add a little character depth, right? And then you get the religious brown chick, actually religious with the turban and everything. And she's always looking down on the slutty one, right? What else? You need the brown chick that's married to a white dude. That's a must. And she hates everything about being brown. She's reverse racist. And they have a son named Blair or some shit. Who else would you cast? You gotta have the chubby one, right? The chubby brown girl. And she's best friends with the slutty one, because fat chicks and slutty chicks are always friends for some reason. And then the religious one and the brown chick married to the white dude are like best friends because the religious one's all spiritual and shit. Right? But the two main characters of the Housewives show should be the slutty brown chick and the religious brown chick. And you make them like arch enemies in the show, Just imagine the possibilities. Right? Like on the first episode, you can have the slutty one do something slutty, and then the religious one like calls her a whore or something. Actually, no, dude, this is television. We gotta up the ante here a bit. So you got the religious one to call the slutty one a bad mother. Right? And then the slutty one gets so mad, like so offended, that she puts like a piece of bacon in the religious one's salad. And like the whole season is based on that. You can have like subplots and shit though, right? Like the reverse racist one calls the chubby one fat. But the main storyline of the show, like the real meat and potatoes, is the slutty one putting a piece of bacon in the religious one's salad. And the religious one doesn't know about it, right? But as the first season progresses, she starts cluing in and she starts getting hints. And then towards the season like finale, she finally finds out. Like someone shows her footage of the slutty one putting the bacon in her fucking salad, and then they show the footage of her eating it. And then on the season finale, you have like let's say like a wedding, right? Let's say it's the chubby one's little brother's wedding. And that's the first time the religious one is going to see the slutty one since finding out about the bacon in her salad, right? And at the wedding reception, the whole episode is like the religious one trying to keep it together, right? She's like trying to keep her cool, going outside for air. She's like trying to bite her lip, but as soon as they go on the dance floor, the religious one's like brown girl instincts take over, and she just walks up to the slutty one and punches her in the face. And then shit just hits the fan. Like the whole wedding turns into a rumble. There's like BB throwing chairs at each other. Like Jonice flying everywhere, right? Butter chicken all over the dance floor. And then you just fade to black. People would be like dying for season 2 to come out. That shit would be a ratings bonanza, dude. It could be bigger than Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I'm telling you, man, brown girls were made for TV, especially in this day and age. It wouldn't work the other way around. Like, you couldn't do a reality show with like 5 brown guys. It would be boring as shit. What are you going to do? Get like 5 guys who all support each other and uplift each other and stay friends forever? That'd be like a ratings disaster, That shit would get canceled so fast. You need drama to survive in the TV biz, I think. I don't know shit, to be honest. I'm still trying to figure it out. I should probably change the subject before I offend some brown guys. What else is going on? Hey, you guys been watching the World Cup? I've been like trying to get into it because NFL doesn't really start till September. So I was hoping the World Cup would like fill that void for me. But I don't know, man. I just can't get into soccer. It's just too fucking slow for me. What I've been doing is like PVRing the games, and then like watching them in fast forward. Soccer games are like 90 minutes in length, but I swear to God, I could bang out an entire game in like 8 minutes. And I'm not really like rooting for any country to win it either. I just really, really hope England loses. Who do they play next? Hold on, let me check. Oh, they play Croatia on Wednesday. I hope Croatia destroys them. Goddamn Englandies. You know what it is? I had this little wiener cousin from England back in the day. And he would always like bum soccer. Like it was the greatest thing ever, And he would always look down on us because we didn't watch it. And ever since then, I've been like, you know what? Fuck soccer and fuck England too. This is like 20 years ago, by the way. Oh, and another reason I hate soccer is because when I was in high school, right? There were like 2 crews, right? There was the soccer guys, and then there were the guys who like skipped class and smoked weed, which was my crew, right? And the soccer guys were like our arch enemies, right? We couldn't stand each other. Like the slutty chick and the religious chick. We fucking hated each other, right? I don't know, man. I just couldn't stand those fucking soccer guys. They used to like grab each other's asses and shit. They used to play like ball tag, like before the game as a warm up. And they weren't even gay, dude. I swear to God. I don't know what it is with soccer players and touching each other, but I don't know, man. And listen, I got nothing against a guy who wants to grab another guy's balls, right? I'm all for it, man. But at least go all the way if you're going to do it, Don't just grab it just to grab it, you fucking tease. We used to call those soccer guys, you can't say the word anymore because of all this like Me Too bullshit, but It rhymes with bag and it starts with a F. Goddamn soccer bags. You know? I'm friends with all those guys now, by the way. They actually turned out to be pretty good guys once they stopped playing soccer and feeling each other up. Yeah, I don't know. It's just tough to go from watching basketball and football, American football, I should say, to watching soccer. Like all the diving in soccer, it's so bad, man. You touch someone's shoulder and they fall on the ground like they're having a heart attack. And then they show the replay. It's like, dude, you barely touched him, you fucking pussy. Like that Neymar guy, he barely got touched. The guy was rolling on the ground like 10 times. It's shit like that just ruined soccer for me. I just don't get what all the hype's about. You know, you can tell soccer sucks because women are fans of it. You see that? I just insulted women and soccer fans all in the same sentence. Then I wonder why people don't listen to this shit. All right, anyways, I think it's time for a little smoke break. I got a root beer flavored cartridge for my vaporizer. And it doesn't taste anything like root beer. I'm going to take another hit in celebration of marijuana getting legalized in Canada. I think it's going to be legalized in like October or some shit. I know they passed some vote or something. Hold on, let me pull it up. Canada legalize weed date. Okay, here we go. Marijuana to be legal in Canada starting October 17. Recreational marijuana will officially become legal in Canada on October 17, 2008, the Prime Minister announced. Justin Trudeau confirmed the long-awaited start date during question period in Ottawa, ending months of speculation surrounding when precisely Canadians will be able to purchase and consume the drug legally. The Liberals had initially aimed for July 1st Canada Day, but procedural issues and delays prevented them from reaching that target. What to expect? Many things about the new era of legal marijuana are already known. Provinces and territories have established where and how the products will be sold to consumers, for instance, resulting in a mixture of private licensed stores and government-run facilities across the country. Consumers of legal age set at 19 everywhere except Quebec and Alberta, where it will be 18, will also be able to purchase weed online. But Canadians will face strict regulations surrounding where they can consume the drug. Yeah, well, there you have it. It only took 100 fucking years, but finally, something that's 1,000,000 times safer than alcohol and cigarettes is going to be legal. Fucking backward ass world. You can go like bungee jumping or skydiving, but, you know, weed is too dangerous. So fucking stupid. Okay, anyways, I'm going to get to the questions for the week. If you're new to the Surrey experience or if you forgot how it works, people send in questions to the podcast and I try my best to help them out. It's 100% anonymous, so the email is thesurreyexperience@gmail.com if you want to reach me, all right? Okay, here's the first question. Question for the podcast. Hey, I'm stuck in a bad situation. I am in grade 10 and I went to see a guy. I told him I was at the mall and he came through. I asked him to come inside and get me. He said, no, I am not coming inside. If you want to come see me, you can come to my Benz. I bumped into my friends and they tried to stop me from going. I was too scared to go alone, so my friend came with me. She yelled at him for being so mean, but he didn't give a shit. He called me a dumb fuck, but I still went with them. See that? Girls do like assholes. My buddy when I was 13 was right. Okay, sorry. He was nice to me before he made me do shit. He forced me to... Oh, Jesus, dude. What the fuck? Okay, basically, he tried to force himself onto her. When I backed out, he said he liked someone else. He messaged me later and we argued, and he even said that my friend was hotter than me and he didn't like how I didn't want to do shit with him. He is still messaging me. What should I do? Is this a real question? This guy's a fucking asshole, dude. Just block his phone number. Can him. Stop talking to him. Cut him off. Dude, you're in grade 10, man. Oh, here's a way you can keep him from ever calling you again. Call him a pedophile. Listen, my honest advice is avoid boys, all right, as much as you can, and focus on school, all right? You got your whole life ahead of you for boys. That shit will never end, okay? Don't rush it. Wait till you're in college and date a guy who drives a Corolla, all right? Damn, that first question caught me off guard. Okay, hopefully I can redeem myself on the next one here. Don't be fooled by the subject. Okay, hello fellow stoner. I get called Umly all the time, but whatever. I had some fucked up shit happen and constantly get judged for how I cope. I've come to terms with the fact people are just judgmental fucks, and the reason why I bring that up is because I'm a Punjabi girl and a lot of my actions are perceived unacceptable. I want to start my own podcast and it'll be based on my life, as is yours. I'm just wondering what your views are with the more serious topics like trauma. I can talk about just about anything, keep it light and simple, but I want to bring darker topics to light. Questions. What are your opinions in the matter? Do you think dark topics would deter listeners? I have 0 right now. No, I think there would definitely be people interested in darker subjects for sure. You know, as long as it's relatable, man. You just got to relate to the person listening. All right. Question number 2. Have people found out who the Surrey experience is? My purpose is to try to help others and give a real perspective. I just can't be exposed. Unfortunately, being a brown girl, our history ends of sticking with us, and mama wouldn't be proud. Thanks, random Punjabi chick. Dude, listen, not putting yourself out there is probably the dumbest thing you can do if you're trying to start a podcast. Don't follow in my footsteps, all right? Study what I did and do the opposite of that. You're not going to be exposed just because you're a brown girl. Have you been on Instagram lately? Every second picture is a brown girl half naked doing the duck face. It's never been a better time to be a brown girl, right? And if someone tries to expose you, you can use that to your advantage. Expose the exposer. That'll help you get a following too, right? These people don't want me to share my stories on my podcast just because I'm a Punjabi girl. And then you get all these broads to rally behind you, right? It's actually a smart marketing gimmick. So listen, dude, if my dumbass can do a podcast, you can do it too, right? But just remember, this is your podcast. It should be about whatever you're passionate about. But just don't do it the way I did it, okay? People have to know who you are. They got to know what you look like. And I know this sounds like basic stuff, but it took me 2 years to figure it out. But you have to have a social media presence. You got to take selfies. You got to play the game if you want to succeed in the podcast game. All right. That's the only way. And my situation is a lot different. All right. When I first started doing the podcast, no one was talking like me or saying the shit that I was saying. And there was no brown guy doing a podcast. So I had to totally wing it. But you can learn from my mistakes, man. So my advice would be to just start doing your podcast, but be relentless. Don't expect anything overnight. I've been doing this podcast for 2.5 years. Finally, people are starting to take me serious. And it took me 10 years of screenwriting to finally get a movie deal. So if you're serious about getting into the podcasting game, you got to be consistent, but you got to be very patient. And never forget why you're doing it, which is to help others and give a real life perspective. The reason I started doing my podcast is because I was at a bar and some fat chick told my friend she doesn't talk to Surrey guys. So I'm sure your podcast will be just fine. Just be fearless and don't make the same mistakes that I did. All right? Okay, moving on. Millennial, tired of this life. Help. Dear the Surrey Experience. First off, love your podcast. Great to know real people exist. Thank you. I appreciate that. I might be a little cynical and narcissistic, but I hate my job and my life right now. I've been telling my family and friends I want to change the scenery, but just have not been taken seriously. I've been an accountant for the last 6 years, and even though money is great, I'm just done with my current situation. I work in education and recently moved to a new university. Ended up being the same shit, different place. I tried to apply to other industries, but the response I got was, your experience is niche. But whatever, I was pushed into this job and now I can't reuse my references because they were professors and deans. And I also burned bridges at the last organization, so I don't have people to vouch for me. Fucking politics, got fired for calling out an old fuck. I'm smart. I've done really well for myself. I'm still young enough to take risks, and that's what I want to do. I want to move to the West Coast. Seems selfish leaving the family because they won't approve without the marriage stamp. We'll be burning bridges there too. Do you know anyone hiring who wouldn't care for work references. I have plenty of character references if that counts for anything. Little job background. Younger days, I worked in farms, newspaper girl, admin, taught dance, started a business at 18, sold the business at 27, graduated, got into the education sector. I could just send you my resume. I get that I got a lot going for me, but sometimes you just need help and perspective. I'm just looking for a chill job without someone saying because of your experience, we aren't giving you a junior role. Like, fuck, I need a junior role so I can work on developing my own business. Thanks. All right, Jesus, dude. You're more qualified than me. Well, that's not really saying much, but yeah, I can definitely ask around. Not too sure what kind of job you're looking for, but I can probably help you find something. Living out here on the West Coast is expensive as shit, just a heads up. But yeah, send me your resume and let me know what you're looking for. I'm sure we can figure something out. But what you're going through is totally normal, man. It's hard to stay in one spot forever. And you're still young. I think this girl's like 27. Yeah, when I was 27, I was fucking lost too. So listen, dude, you've accomplished a lot in a very short time. Anything you do, you're going to succeed at. And right now, like the Surrey, Metro Vancouver area, business is booming out here. So I'm sure you'd be fine. As far as your family and the marriage stamp, dude, you're 27 years old, man. Look. You've done well for yourself. You probably have some money saved up. Your family isn't going to like disown you. So just tell them you're going to do whatever the hell you want to do and tell them to deal with it. All right. But yeah, if there's anything I can do to help you out, I'm all for it. So email me back and we'll go from there. All right. Okay. Next question. All right. How do you politically lean? Conservative or liberal? If you blindly lean either conservative or liberal, you're a fucking moron. There's certain shit you should be liberal about, and there's certain shit you should be conservative about. All right? So that's how I lean. Okay, that one was easy. I'm going to do one more here. White kids. Hey, bro, I love your podcast. So there's these white kids at my school, and they always pick on me. It really doesn't faze me, but it's annoying. It's mainly because I wear nice clothes and shoes, and I have a gold chain. And they're just jealous. How do I fix this problem? Honestly, dude, if this was 10 years ago, my advice would probably be a little bit different, but kids are so fucked up nowadays. I would just do my own thing, man. Screw those kids. Just try to like talk to as many girls as you can and figure out what you want to do with the rest of your life. Those kids are only going to be in your life for like a few more years and you're never going to have to see them again. So just keep your head down, do what you got to do, focus your energy on something else. Like try to pick up some white chicks or something. That'll really piss them off. But yeah, that's going to do it for the podcast. Oh, before I go, I just quickly want to touch on what happened a few weeks ago with like those two teenagers that got killed in Surrey. What were they, like 16 years old or something? Yeah, man, they were like 16 and murdered in cold blood. And that shit just broke my heart. And I can't stop thinking about it. And listen, I'm old school, man. I don't like to talk about this shit on air. But I just want to give all my little brothers in Surrey some advice, all right? If you ever get into a situation, the most gangster thing you can do is be the bigger person, all right? The most legendary thing you can do is be the bigger man. Trust me. If someone steps on your shoes, the most badass thing you can do is to let it slide, all right? Just think, man. Use your head. Don't be so impulsive. I know it goes against all our instincts, but I'm telling you, man, the most gangster shit you can ever do is to learn to turn the other cheek, all right? And listen, I'm not going to bullshit you. We live in a capitalist society. Money is very important. You got to make money, and the more you make, the better. But you got to pay your taxes, all right? Trust me. It's the only way I've seen it work, okay? But if you're ever in a situation where you don't know what to do, I need you to email me or DM me or whatever. Because I know a lot of my advice sucks, and I'll be the first one to admit that. But people always ask me advice on shit I'm not an expert in. But I'm like a black belt in being a Surrey Jack, all right? Everything you've ever gone through, I've gone through, okay? Anything you're going to go through, I've already been through. So if you're ever in a situation, I want you to email me. And this will stay just between me and you. No one else will have to know about it. I won't read it on air, anything. It's just me and you, all right? Because I can help guide you out of whatever situation you're in. Because there's no reason for shit like this to be happening. It's just so unnecessary, some of the shit that goes down here. And the worst part of it is it's never going to end because these corrupt politicians won't legalize the drugs. But don't even get me started on that, all right? So all my little brothers out there, if I can give you one piece of advice, It's the most gangster shit you can ever do in life is be the bigger person, all right? And the biggest ballers in the world pay their taxes. The guys with the most chicks wear suits, all right? Trust me on that. And there's a million ways to make money. Believe me. It took me 10 years to realize it, but trust me, there's a lot of money to be made out there. And if you just fucking email me, I can help you figure out how to make that money without someone blowing your brains out, all right? Everything you want in life is attainable. But if you want to enjoy the fruits of your labor, you gotta pay your taxes. It's the only way I've seen it done. So yeah, I know I'm skirting around the subject here, but if you're thinking about getting involved in shit you shouldn't be getting involved in, please reach out to me first and we'll figure it out, okay? It'll be 100% between me and you. I can help you because I am you, if that makes sense. So, to all my little brothers in Surrey listening to this shit, I would never tell you what to do in life, but I've seen a lot of people make it, and I've seen a lot of people not make it, okay? And I hate talking about this shit on air, but you know where to find me. There's a lot more to life, all right? What's that stupid fucking book all these broads are obsessed with? Eat, Pray, Love, you know? They should really make like a guy's version of that. Like drink, party, get laid. I don't know, sorry. Yeah, if you're ever in a situation like that, I need you to email me, okay? Or fucking DM me, whatever. Is that a deal? You guys cool with that? Is this thing even on? Sometimes I forget I'm talking into a fucking microphone. Anyways, I gotta wrap this shit up here. So for the 46th time, this is the Surrey Experience Podcast. Thank you ever so much for tuning in.